Kimchi a day keeps the doctor away. Today we are sharing what I borrowed from Kian, my Korean exchange student's mum, and her grandma, because that's what it's all about. We're going to plant the seed. So today we're going to Korea. This is the traditional way of making kimchi. So what you do is you leave your, whatever you like to call this lovely cabbage. It's either a Chinese cabbage, a celery cabbage, a wongbok, a wombok, a napa. But it's a nice soft leaf cabbage. So with this we keep the when we're fermenting it, we keep the whole leaf in whole and we spread paste. And that works as a binder. And then we put the little veggies in the middle of the parcel. Look at that. This is just fermented. That is just beautiful. So hang on, and we're about to make it. Gloves are a good idea when you're making anything with chili. And today our paste does include chili. And my hands are they're urban farmer, and I've been out digging turmeric all day yesterday, so they're a bit shabby. But really, like sauerkraut and that sort of making, bare hands are perfectly fine. So first of all, we salt the cabbage. We trim any excess core. We split the cabbage in half without tearing the inside leaves. Cut a short slit in the cabbage base. Gently pull your halves apart. Cut a slit through the core of each half, 2 inches above the stem. So the cabbage leaves are loose but still attached to the core. Dunk the halves in a bowl of water. Sprinkle salt between the leaves by lifting each leaf. Use more salt closer to the stems because the leaves are thicker. Let rest for 2 hours. Turn over every 30 minutes to ensure an even salt distribution. Place a plate which will give it a little bit of weight so that it'll keep it submerged, and keep coming back, say every 20 minutes to every half an hour in your 2 hours, just to give it a little turn so that you get that even distribution. After resting time, wash your cabbages a few times with cool, clean water. Whilst washing, split the halves into quarters along the previous cut slits. Now you can cut off your cores, place in a strainer, allow to drain well. Whilst the cabbage was salting for the 2 hours, that was like a salt bath. Between the turning time, we would have made the porridge. Combine 2 cups of water and 2 tablespoons of sweet rice flour, or glutinous rice flour it's often called, in a small saucepan. Mix with a wooden spoon. Allow to cook over medium heat for approximately 10 minutes until starting to bubble. Then add your sugar, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and cook for a further minute, stirring. Remove from heat and allow to cool completely. That's what it would look like. Pour the cool porridge into a large mixing bowl. Add your minced garlic, ginger, seaweed if you're using it, and some seaweed, or you can use kelp or your chili flakes, which is in here, chili flakes. beautiful smell. If you don't like chili, you can always use a miso paste. I make a beautiful kimchi with my black bean fermented miso. So many variations of kimchi. They say there is as many variations of kimchi as there are Koreans. And of course in Korea they eat kimchi every day. Because remember, kimchi a day keeps the doctor away. Mix well with a spoon until the mixture turns into a thin paste. Then you add daikon, carrot, shallots, chives and nashi, which is a pear, an Asian pear. That's optional. Leeks and some of the green along with your shallots. Use a mild onion. When every leaf in a quarter is covered with paste, wrap around into a small tight bundle. And inside you have your little paste with your cabbage, your daikon, your leek, your shallots and your nashi pear. You can get a little chive, tie it in a little bundle if you like, but the little bundle will stay together. Lovingly place into your jar, crock or Korean ongi. Compress it down so we have no air pockets. Keep it all nice and tight. And see, it will produce its own liquid. Don't ever be tempted to add your own liquid like water or anything, because as you can see, that just will completely cover itself. There we have it. Completely submerged. The rule of fermentation. Kimchi, being a softer leaf, will ferment a lot faster than, say, something like sauerkraut. In the first stages, we have washed away that salt bath, so it's a different process to making a fermented vegetable like sauerkraut or sour ribbon. With this, in that paste, you've added that sugar. That sugar will work much the same way as what salt does, that before the good bacteria starts, and then you're left with these beautiful little parcels. Now, it will soften up and you can taste it. Like 3 days, it's quite soft. 3 to 5 days. Any longer than that, it will start to it won't be as soft. But depending on the temperature of your environment that you are fermenting it in, you can ferment up to 14 days, up to 2 weeks. But that depends on how sour that you like it. Then we pop it into the fridge. So yes, you can ferment it with 3 to 5 days and start eating, but 2 weeks under refrigeration, the flavour will really evolve. Enjoy your kimchi. Remember, kimchi a day keeps the doctor away. Once fermented wild rice can be consumed entirely raw. It is simply a matter of taste. Without boiling, the fermented wild rice is crunchy. Some say that rinsing and draining away the liquid can reduce the amount of nutrients. It is assumed that along with the reduction of phytic acid, the beneficial minerals are also degraded. Without rinsing, the rice becomes mushy and the water becomes very murky. I always rinse mine every day. One and a half to 2 cups of wild rice. And just top up with water. No salt's required. Loosely cover, lid, put it into a dark place for 3 to 4 days. I like to rinse each day and just top up with cool water. Then you have beautiful fermented rice, wild rice. In module 7, we'll be showing you how to mix it in, which is most important. And we'll be making a kimchi wild rice bowl. See you then. P.S. You have a version of kimchi in the kimchi notes, and do check the ebook, the kimchi ebook, because there are many varieties there that you can make. Very easy ones where you actually cut the wombok into slices, much similar to sauerkraut. And the taste is good. You can change all the varieties, just like sauerkraut. You can add all the additions, and there's lots there to get you started. Thank you. Love and bacteria.